You're right. Let's pivot real quick. Let's keep everything above board on this if we can. Now the tank video, I'm gonna bring in Free first. And then Marky, you can come in on it, and Juan.
I'm
Free.
not. Hold on, G. I'm not going to talk about that because again, I don't talk about that. I kind of feel certain way about certain things. Yeah, I've already seen the way that I felt about the whole other situation. I don't even talk about it.
Right, right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched it. You should never move one person from one place to another. But if that's all, I didn't see him striker. I don't know if y'all saw that. I just feel like it was bad decision. Now I didn't like how the TMZ how they tried to kind of frame it, right? But it's still just a bad situation all across the board. I want D Free to speak on it just from based on his background in security, policing, military, being a father. Break that down, Free, based on what you saw. Just break it down for us, how you feel about it, and where you feel like Tank should go from here.
Um, from the video that I seen, that I'm quite sure everybody that's seen it seen the same video. Um, like I said at the very beginning, the reason why the police took so long to go after him, the reason why the prosecutor took so long to serve him is because that video was not what she claimed it to be. I said I believe Tank had did something, but I don't believe he was what she claimed he did, and that was what I saw.
You
It
breaking up,
was
Free?
nowhere near. It was nowhere near. Yeah, it was nowhere near even close to what she claimed Tank to do.
It's too.
Based
It's
off,
that you static. You Free?
based off of what I'm static.
Yeah, we can't hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah, we can't hear you.
Am I good now? Am I good now?
Nah,
No.
it's still
I'm
staticky.
right here by.
I'm gonna bring you
Yeah,
right back.
yeah. I'm at the light by the stadium. So yeah, I'll come back.
Okay, bet. Okay. Nah,
Nah,
stay in
see,
here
but
free.
see,
Stay in here free. Go ahead,
hold
Juan.
on. So answer Kerry. It's not even that. It's just if I say what I want to say, certain people are gonna feel some type of way, and I'm not even saying Jai's gonna feel some certain way. I just know because again, I'm around these YouTube channels and stuff like that. I'm not about to deal with that. So just that's why I'm not gonna answer it. Because again, if I answer the way that I want to answer, it's just gonna spiral into something else, and I'm not gonna keep dealing with that at all.
How am I now?
You
You
good,
Perfect.
Jill?
good?
Okay. Now, based off of what I seen, the most that they probably can try to charge Tank Davis with is battery, not assault because he didn't hit her. Um, the only thing that I can see that really he should be charged with is unwanted touching, because he didn't hit her. He didn't do anything that was like physically damaging. He didn't cause any harm to her. So all he can really all they can really charge him with based off the video is unwanted touching. That's really all they can charge him with. And like I said, he can get battery, but then you have to prove that he battered her. She, like I said, she let him come back to the house. She let him come through the security gate. She buzzed them in, and then they was out later on that same evening chilling like nothing ever happened. So it's going to be hard for her to prove that he battered her because the video doesn't show him doing anything except for grabbing. It was more damaging in the video that he did with his baby mother at the gym. That video was more damaging because he literally grabbed her up and dragged her all the way out the gym. So that one was it was more damaging. This one, it was moments at during that video where she was walking by herself and Tank wasn't touching her. So it's just like
Yeah.
the most that they could get is unwanted touching.
Yeah.
Right. I'm with you on that. Go ahead, Mike. Salute to my brother Micah. Pull up. It was a little feedback, Micah. I don't know if you're at work. You wanted to jump in real quick, or if you want Marky, you can cook real
Yeah.
fast and then let Micah jump in.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real fast. I don't. Well, I do think that at the very least he did batter her under Florida statute. The definition of battery is unwanted. Could literally just be unwanted touching against another person's consent. and he clearly did that when he was holding her by her hair and he was pushing her in a direction. Then there was a part of the video where he was like moving her down the stairs and she was trying to go back up the stairs and he was very clearly blocking her path. Um, I don't know how it's going to work out. Rich dudes, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of resources, and they have very good lawyers. Tank, I mean that situation with the hit and run concerning the pregnant lady and other people, I thought that that was a worse situation, and he should have probably did a little bit, got something a little bit more stiffer. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he has money, he has resources, he has lawyers. Um, all I will say is it's not a good look. Period at all whatsoever. I mean, and then when you have the context of the text messages, I mean, they had a very toxic relationship, and it looked to me, at least from what I read into it, that she stopped communicating with him, and he came to the club to get her to communicate. That says to me that he might have an issue with control. Um, I just do not want to see anybody go to jail. I don't wish slavery. I don't wish bondage. I don't wish jail on any human being. But again, like this is, I mean, Free brought up the basketball issue. I just brought up, or excuse me, the issue with the woman at the basketball court where he shoved her. Then you have the issue with that pregnant lady with the hit and run. Then we had last year he violated his, I think he violated his probation by going out of state. Then he had the issue with his baby mothers, with his child's mother on Father's Day. Now he has this, and then on top of the fact the civil case is alleging that there was more than one instance, you know what I'm saying, that he might have battered her in public. So Tank Davis, even if he gets through this, I'm just gonna be. I don't think this is the last time we're gonna hear about this stuff, unless he takes the step to go and get himself some help. But the fact that he has so many yes men around him, like in that video, you see a dude with like a plate of food, like just walking behind Tank. Not like that's a yes man. That's like an employee. That's not Tank's friend. If I see my friend getting into an altercation with his significant other and he's grabbing her by her hair and moving her in another direction, I'm going to say, bro, chill. Chill out, dude. Like, let's go. Like, we need to leave. Like whatever you about to do, it is not worth it. But I don't think Tank Davis has those type of people around him. And like I said, until he gets himself some help, and until he extricates himself from those types of people and from these types of relationships that he puts himself in, I don't think this is the last time we're going to hear about him in a situation like this. And I'll pass the mic on that. Go ahead.
Oh, it's me.
You
All right.
yeah, you got
So
the floor, Michael.
he can absolutely be charged with assault. You don't have to throw a punch on somebody to be charged with assault. You can spit on somebody and be charged with assault. And the whole battery thing, I don't. They can charge him with a lot of stuff. The way he was pulling her and taking her down the stairs against her will, they could charge him with kidnapping, blocking her from going where she need to go, pulling her hair. Man, he could definitely be charged with assault. 100%. Should he? Probably not, but he can. And plus, he's got prior instances like this. Like they not going they not well they might let him off easy because he got money, but typically for a regular person like me, nah, it's over. That's all I
Mm.
want. He got especially well, I live in Ohio, so they would definitely charge him with assault in Ohio.
That's without question. But they got to be strict. In certain places, they have to be extremely strict because the populace will get carried away. So I'm with you like that. And a lot of times, people with money, they
See, but
don't,
the
they
but
might.
the video wasn't that serious, and I get it. But at the same time, too, it should have just happened.
It
That
looked
stuff
like
should have happened.
straight pepper stuff to me.
Yeah, it should have just happened.
No,
As
no.
the video
See,
wasn't serious, it was just
the
it
difference.
should have happened.
See the difference. They can charge him with battery They can't charge him with assault. Assault is actually hitting someone. You striking someone. That's an assault. But battery, yes, they can charge him with battery. He didn't assault her. He battered. He got a. They can, like I said, they can charge him with a battery by him placing his hands. That's a battery. Assault. When they say assault and battery, is you placing your hands, but you're striking someone. That's where the assault comes from. The battery is you just placing your hands on someone. So he didn't assault her, but they can definitely charge him with battery.
Let me ask you this real quick, free about. I'm not sure if is there still a kidnapping charge in place, and what would be your thoughts on
That's
that?
just what I
Uh,
wanted to get. There's an attempted. The most serious thing he's getting charged with is attempted kidnapping. The maximum for that
Uh,
on the
well,
Florida statute is 15 years.
mm,
Nah, and they might
well,
okay.
have a really
the
good.
kidnap.
They might have a
No,
decent
no,
chance of
no,
proving
no, no.
it. What you mean?
The kidnapping charges, the kidnapping charges has been dropped. Those charges are not against him. They dropped.
Okay.
That was the
Good.
charge that was dropped. The kidnapping charges was the
Right.
charges that was dropped.
Good. Okay. Yeah, we
Mm,
need that on record. Yeah. If you could do some fact checking on that, Mark, if you can. But
yeah, I swear he.
I don't
I
see
know
why.
that
I
there
don't
was.
see why he.
I know they initially charged him with three charges, and they dropped, and the judge dismissed one of them. But
Yeah,
I
that was
thought
the
the
kidnap.
attempted kidnapping. I thought the attempted kidnapping was still on the table.
No, it was. It was no. There was three charges, but they dropped. The judge didn't drop it. They dropped the kidnapping charge. The judge didn't drop it. They dropped it.
Well, let me see.
Hey, shout out to pugilism pulling up and TD. Yeah, yeah, that wasn't what was described free earlier. You know what I'm saying? Uh it would have been nice to kind of get this video out prior to, last year, prior to the, Jake Pipe falling out or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but
Because this it was still, well, let me just say this. I know you're gonna cook on it. He has a bad track record. I think that kind of leads into, the uproar or the outcry. The video is just it's not good looks
The
based on
free,
his life,
free
but
the charge that got dropped free was the false imprisonment charge, which I guess is that's kidnapping, but that's what got dropped. He's the
yeah,
attempted kidnapping is still on the table.
What it was.
yeah,
That's
but
what it was. The false imprisonment. That's what it was. False imprisonment.
Yeah,
right.
I
Go
was
ahead,
so
just
cook
saying
one.
the attempted
so
kidnapping that carries a maximum penalty of 15 years under Florida statute. So
so
They
and
not,
so
he was attempting to move her towards the garage to leave with her.
I mean,
Now I don't know if they'll be able to
I don't know
prove
if
that
y'all
beyond
heard.
a reasonable doubt because, like you said,
I,
she did go home with him later on that night. But we'll see.
Oh yeah, come
I
He
on.
don't
got
know if
so
y'all
my
lawyers.
Go
heard
ahead,
what
one.
happened the
all right, let him go.
I
Let
don't
them go.
know if
Let them
y'all
go.
heard what happened in the
You
Huh?
got it, free.
Yeah, you got it. For
no, I
go.
was saying I don't know if y'all heard. I was saying I don't know if y'all heard what happened in the court today, but when they went into court today, Tank's lawyer filed a motion to dismiss the entire case because her lawyer never met up with him so they can go over the evidence because they got to give the defense chance to review the evidence and they got to
Hmm.
see the evidence that the defense has and they agreed to meet up with him but they never met up with him so they filed for a motion to dismiss the case. What the judge said was he's going to take all the evidence into consideration and he hasn't made a decision on it yet, but he's going to come back on May 14th to meet with the lawyers to find out if they came to an agreement or are they going to move further with the charges. And at that time, he would give his decision on whether he's going to dismiss the case.
Yeah, I saw that on Knockout 86 TV. That sounds like um what's the word I'm looking for? Something procedural or like pre-trial, where the lawyers are just trying to see if they can make an argument to just get up out of there quick. Now, and it might get through, but it might also not. So we'll see what happens. Um, if that is the case,